Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. It is Wednesday, October 16th, and just here for a quick live stream. Been out of the office for a bit and wanted to catch up, kick off my new week with a quick update for you. Family and I went to Boston over the weekend. We had a Columbus Day holiday here in the US, so family and I went up to Boston to walk the Freedom Trail and see Paul Revere's house, see where independence began in downtown Boston. It was really an amazing trip and very timely since my son was studying that in school. So it was pretty cool for us to be able to go up there and experience that firsthand. My first time in Boston that I really recall, I went there once as a 3 or 4 year old, but obviously don't recall that. My first time as an adult to be in Boston, and really had a wonderful time. If you haven't been up there, I highly encourage you to go check it out. It was really, really neat to see the birthplace of our nation. Anyway, kind of ironic that I was in Boston because the previous week I was in DC. So, this past weekend I saw where freedom began, and then the previous week I saw where our career politicians try to work to limit our freedoms. Anyway, whole other discussion. What am I looking at this week? Well, let's jump into it. A couple of things going on. I'm just going to give you an update of the things that you'll be seeing from me over the week and what I'll be looking at and working on. Let's start with having a quick look at the markets. Over here, the U.S. session is just getting started on here the stock market session anyway is just getting started. It's 8:30 my time, 9:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern time. So the stock market's opening. Obviously, the futures market's been trading. It's been trading after hours or on off hours, and it's been trading. But now we're just now as this first minute clicks on, we're into the U.S. market, stock market session. And what I'm watching here is this 29.91 area. We can see that it had been pretty well supported. This is a line, this support or resistance area that's been on my chart for a little while now. And we saw that yesterday we came up, tested it, rejected, and then broke through there. And then over the course of the evening, this area has been tested a few times. And right now, as the leading up to the new session, we broke through here, and we're seeing a little bit of a support level down here at 29.88. So we've got this area between 29.88 and 29.91 that price seems to be struggling within. So we'll be watching this and seeing how this next 30-minute candle closes. And are we going to stay below here? If we do, then I'll look for it to pull back, and then I'll sell off of a retest of 29.91. So we're just going to kind of watch and be patient with this as it goes. The longer term trend, obviously, it's been an upward trend. If we look here, we've been pushing up since really the beginning of October. So, selling this would be counter to the longer term trend, but it is, where the market's going. And I look a little bit shorter term for my intraday entries. So watching this area right here to see what happens. Here on gold, same thing. 1492 has been an area that's been pretty darn well respected. We broke it over the course of the end of yesterday, and now here it's been playing around this area here as well. So we'll see what happens with these. Again, if this closes above here, then we'll look to buy this on a retest of 1492. But I don't want to make any decisions until we get this first 30-minute candle here in the U.S. session to close, and we'll go from there. On a forex side of things, I use a little different trading method for forex. I don't look at support and resistance on forex. Forex is a different bear altogether, and you can check out in the members area on makemoneyfromyourlaptop.com. There's a great series of videos from James Edward, who's my trading partner in the forex side of things, and he talks about, I think, gives a very good explanation of why forex trades differently from other instruments that we might be trading. Forex is a combination of instruments, just to kind of break it down for you real quickly. And when you're looking at a currency pairing of, let's say, the pound versus the USD, you have to know how both of those are acting in order to understand how that pairing might move. So it's going to trade differently than you would. And I've always said you don't need a lot of fancy indicators and whatnot, and that's true from a futures and stock market side of things. But from a forex side of things, you do need something that will break down your market into individual currencies so that you can see which currencies are actually moving. And that's what I watch here. And I've been watching this morning just to see which currencies seem to be having the best opportunities for us. Right now, the pound for the session has been a very strong currency, and the Aussie actually has been a weak currency along with the USD. So there might be some opportunity there to sell the USD or sell the Aussie against the pound. So we'll see how that plays out. Other things that I'm working on over the course of the week, I'm starting a YouTube coaching process. I haven't done a lot with YouTube. Everything I've been doing has been here on Facebook. But getting started with building out a YouTube channel, a friend of mine, Joe Marfoglio, who has a Facebook page called Burn the Box, has done a 30-day challenge for YouTube. He's a YouTube expert. I met Joe back in, gosh, I guess it was 2012, if memory serves correctly. You know, he was my neighbor when we lived in Costa Rica. We lived down in Costa Rica for a couple different times for 2.5 years roughly over the course of a couple of different stints down there. And one of those stints down in Costa Rica, Joe was our neighbor and really good at what he does, and has built his whole business around optimizing, building YouTube channels and optimizing income through YouTube. And so he's done a 30-day course. I'm starting that course over the course of this week and obviously the next few weeks to start building out a YouTube channel with the things that we talk about here at Make Money From Your Laptop, to just add a little bit more of pop back over here, add a little bit more to what I'm able to offer to you guys for free. So anyway, those are the things that I'm working on this week. Obviously, first things first, as I've mentioned previously, the trading is kind of my main game. So obviously watching the markets here, we'll see what happens with the various markets we've got our eye on over here as this first 30-minute candle closes, and then that'll give me an idea of where the direction of the day will be. We'll see what's happening with gold, what's happening with ES, but obviously I've given you the areas that I'm watching and planning to trade from, so we'll see what happens there and around those. Again, with trading, if it doesn't come to whatever your trading rules are, if you've got a support or resistance level that you're trading from, or if you're using some other different methodology, you're using Fibonacci's, or you're looking at RSI or whatever it might be. If it doesn't come to the point where your boxes are checked on your trading plan telling you, hey, these things have happened, this is my entry, don't force it. You've got to be patient. When you're not patient in trading, you kind of get your butt handed to you. So you've got to be patient, wait for the system to set up, and then take the trades accordingly. It's so easy to get out there when you're trading and want to force things to happen. It doesn't work that way. Whatever you think is going to happen, or what I think is going to happen, or any of the talking heads on MSNBC think is going to happen, it is totally irrelevant. The market's going to do what the market does. And the only way that we can be consistent in our outcome is to have a very consistent process and follow that process the same way every day, every time. And part of that process is patience. So anyway, that's it for now. Just a quick video to let you know I'm back. I'm back from Boston. We're back into the swing of things, watching the markets again, adding to my education for at least for YouTube right now, and I'll continue to add from that. The YouTube thing is going to be interesting because what we'll get into down the road is how to monetize it. And I think for those of you that are here looking at ideas for other opportunities, for ways to add to your bottom line, maybe you don't have a disposable income that you can put into trading right now, and you're looking for ways to do that. Obviously we've talked about some other things in previous videos that you can do to add to your bottom line through some gig style work, but YouTube might be another way that you can do that. You can add some $100 here, $100 there, that you can start investing in other things that will help you grow your wealth over time. One last thing, speaking of money, or adding to money, there's a promo coming up. Let me put it over here. It's called Money Revealed, and this is going to be really interesting. I'll send out some emails on this over the course of the next week or so, but some amazing speakers that are part of this this course called Money Revealed, and it just talks about a lot of the things that we're not taught in school or even after school about how to make money work for us and how to actually build wealth. It's a really, really good series. and I'll be sending out some information about that over the course of this week and the coming weeks as well, so that you guys can watch some of these episodes with people like Robert Kiyosaki and others that are part of this video series. So anyway, that's it for now. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.